Night low of 5 degrees above zero. Sunday's weather. Snow. Heavy at times. High of 27 degrees. New snow accumulations on Sunday of 4 to 8 inches during the daylight hours. Sunday night. Snow could be heavy at times. Overnight low of 16. Northeast winds to 25 miles per hour. New snow accumulation Sunday night, 6 to 10 additional inches possible. Monday, snow could be heavy at times, high of 28, north winds up to 25. New snow accumulation on Monday, an additional 2 to 4 inches is possible. The whole storm ending with another possible inch on Monday night, giving us 12 to 22 inches of predicted snow in the storm. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high of 21 and a west wind. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 22 and a west wind. Thursday, partly sunny, high of 20 and a northwest wind. And Friday, mostly sunny skies, high near 22 with a northwest wind. Each night next week, the temperatures will hover around 0 degrees. Currently outside our Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio here on Park Avenue in Woonsocket, the temperature is 5 degrees above zero.
ON Radio.
WOON Woonsocket Radio, ON AM and FM.
Good morning and welcome to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. 5 degrees. Ooh. I'm Kevin Callahan and welcome back, Pat, Holland, Patrick. So good to have you back. Hello, welcome back. And how you doing? I mean,
doing all right.
Good to see.
Feeling okay.
Yeah. Saw you the other night. You want to give anyone an update? We've been promoting the GoFundMe and give a brief update.
In the hospital for 3 weeks. Getting some final tests. As I think a lot of people, we've announced it here. I have liver disease. So finally, officially listed on the transplant list Wednesday, and now it's the a waiting game. So
hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
All right. No,
but it's one hurdle down.
Yeah, exactly. Good to see you Thursday night. So that was great. Coming over with a bunch of the guys hanging out, watching the Bruins beat the Knights. That was great. So, huge week of sports. You were able to keep up with everything. You had good TV service.
I mean, nothing else to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, huge week of sports. Today at 9:30. We're going to have Sun Chronicle sports writer and who's a New England Patriots beat writer, Tyler Heatu, going to be calling us in at 9:30 to help us break down the AFC Championship game. And right now, we have... we should take a break. There's a little beeping going on. Why don't we go to our first commercial break? And when we come back, we'll do the local scene and we'll get right into the Patriots here on 99.5 FM, 1240 AM, OneSocketRadio.com.
Your certified Buick GMC dealer serving drivers throughout Woonsocket and the surrounding areas is Tasca Buick GMC. At Tasca, you'll find a solid selection of new Buick GMC models, as well as a carefully inspected lineup of pre-owned vehicles. They also have a well-connected finance center run by a qualified team of finance experts who can help you get the right loan or lease in a quick, easy, and transparent manner. Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. Tasca Buick GMC. You will be satisfied.
At North Smithfield Urgent Care and Lincoln Urgent Care, you'll always be seen by a board-certified physician who'll diagnose your minor illness or injury. Their services include treatment for flu, fractures, rashes, ITU infections, and work-related injuries, plus physicals, vaccinations, and drug screening. North Smithfield Urgent Care, Great Road, North Smithfield, and Lincoln Urgent Care, Wake Robin Road, Lincoln. X-ray and lab on premises.
The world-class distributor of all things electrical is Electrical Wholesalers. They are a full-service electrical distributor with branches throughout Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. Locally, they're at 113 Clinton Street next to KFC here in Woonsocket, with other locations in Cranston and Franklin, Massachusetts. Electrical Wholesalers provides the highest quality service to electrical contractors as well as residential, commercial, and industrial customers. Electrical Wholesalers is is open Monday through Friday, 7 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. Visit ew-ne.com. Electrical Wholesalers.
Bringing over 3 decades of experience to every home improvement project, Moran Corporation, formerly A.J. Moran, combined traditional craftsmanship with modern techniques to deliver results that stand the test of time. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 5, Moran Corporation has seasoned firewood for just $165 for half a cord and $300 for a full cord of wood. And what better place to put that firewood than a new fireplace made out of veneer stone with granite mantles. Contact Jack Moran at 781-267-8920 for information about these fireplaces, firewood, and other home improvement ideas, or visit their new website at morancorporation.com. As always, Moran Corporation continues transforming your property with expert hardscaping.
It's the worldwide sound of OM Radio.
And welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. I apologize, we're trying to fix that high-pitched noise in the background as we speak. But let's see if we can go around Rhode Island and New England to get you caught up on everything. So Pat, I don't know if you saw this right away. Cumberland High School sophomore Cecilia Ludwig been named the cross-country Gatorade Player of the Year. Congratulations to her. What an honor. And at such a young age, a sophomore getting cross-country player of the year. So congratulations to Cecilia Ludwig of Cumberland. Again, just a sophomore.
Another Gatorade player of the year, right?
Yeah, exactly. Evan Spencer last year in football. Now, wow. So congrats to her as well.
Let's see. A weekend after taking place, first place in the boys' 25-pound weight at the World Trophy Invitational, when Socket High senior Shamrock Thune returned to Providence Career and Technical Academy Fieldhouse last Saturday and nailed down another impressive victory. Competing at the 14th annual East Coast Invitational, the Kennesaw State University commit and 10-time All-American won his favorite event with a throw of 80 feet, 7 1/4 inches. That was 5 3/4 inches shy of his season's best distance. Thune topped the runner-up finisher, East Greenwich High senior Ryan Evans, by 21 inches. Evans currently the nation's top-ranked thrower with a throw of 81 feet, 10 3/4 inches. And Thune, who is ranked second, is the only thrower in the U.S. to top 77 feet this winter. I think it's just impressive to have two throwers from the state of Rhode Island.
Yeah, his name came up last week in this segment as well, and Brett and I were talking. I'm like, wait a second, like East Greenwich and Woonsocket, nation, the country's
Number
1 and 2,
and number 2 in the high school. That's
and yeah,
crazy.
I'm like, and obviously the hammer throw might not be in every school across the country, but nevertheless.
Right.
That have the two vests right here. That's great. A team that we've been following this year, the number 1 Lincoln High School boys basketball team raised its record to 14-0. First, they brought home a championship trophy at last weekend's Panini Hoop Hall Invitational on the Springfield High School Science and Technology campus. Less than 24 hours after coming back from a 10-point deficit in the second half to grab a 56-53 win over the host school in their tournament opener, the Lions cruised to an 83-52 win over another Massachusetts squad, Grafton High School. Then on Tuesday, the Battle of the Unbeatens, just 48 hours later, Lincoln traveled to number 2 Barrington and beat them 53-42. Just 8 games left in the season before playoffs. Lincoln still has dates on their calendar with number 3 Hendricken February 3rd, number 5 LaSalle February 6th, and a rematch with number 2 Barrington on February 11th. So that's going to be a pretty important 8 days for Lincoln as again undefeated. We got to see him play in the tournament over between Christmas and New Year's. And wow,
balanced team they have.
Yeah, very strong. They can win the low-scoring games and the high-scoring games.
Defensive, offensive.
Yes.
And over to the campuses we go on the college network. The 6 and 13 Bryant Bulldogs entertain the University of Vermont at the Chase Athletic Center this afternoon at 1 o'clock in basketball, while the 14 and 5 Lady Bulldogs look to snap a mild 2-game losing streak when they travel to Vermont this afternoon for a 2 p.m. tip-off.
And at URI, the 11-8 Rams have their toughest test today as they host number 34 and 18-1 George Mason at 2 o'clock. Rhodey trying to avenge an earlier 61-50 loss to George Mason. The Lady Rams ran their win streak to 11, improving to 17-2 on the season, and are now ranked number 32. And other than UConn, the only ranked New England team in basketball. They travel to Dayton tomorrow for a 2 o'clock game. Because there goes the argument: is Connecticut New England? I guess they are, right? As much as don't like them, but
unfortunately, yes.
Yes.
And over at Brown, the 7-10 Brown Bears travel to Princeton today at 12, and the 11-5 women host Princeton today on campus at 12. And on the ice, the 4-15 team takes on Stonehill at 7.
The Brown Bears. tough here. Excuse me. And finally, at Providence College, Kim English and the men's team are playing for pride now as their record dropped to 9-10. They do welcome back Ed Cooley and the Georgetown Hoyas, so there'll be a little extra atmosphere this afternoon at the AMP at 12:30. That's about it, though. Kim English is on the firing on the hot seat. There we go. He's not being fired yet, but it's on the hot seat.
It should be more than hot.
He's on the burning seat.
Blazing.
Exactly. The Lady Friars also one game under 500 at 10-11, are off until Tuesday when they play at Villanova. On the ice, Alexei, I'm supposed to give you this name. We messed this up.
Go ahead. No, you have this.
Kavoya scored the game-winning goal with 2:41 remaining in regulation as the number 11 PC men's hockey team extended its winning streak to 5 with a 4-3 win over number 18 BU last night at Schneider Arena. Jack Parsons been in net the whole time during this winning streak. They'll continue their season series tonight, beginning at 7 up at the Agganis Arena up in Boston. And Pat, I had texted you earlier this week. It's a weird quirk of schedule for PC hockey. Their remaining games are all against teams ranked like an 18, like a BU, or unranked Northeastern, Vermont, UNH. The next ranked opponent is UConn, who's 2 notches below them at 13 right now. So PC has a chance to take Hockey East for sure, but they're not going to really climb the rankings because they're going to be beating up on teams that are less than them. And so now they put themselves in a situation where they really can't lose. These final about 11 games, there's 22 points on the line. They got to pretty much take 20 of these points if they want to make the tournament. Hockey East is just down this year. I mean, it's crazy. Dartmouth and Quinnipiac.
Yeah, they might just get just the automatic bid, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
out of the tournament. But hey, you want to be playing your best hockey at this time of the year, and they certainly are.
Right,
they've get to kind of righted the ship a little bit. So
and they outshot on BU. I think I saw it was like 40-19 or 40-18 last night, something like that. So it's good. So they're playing well. Hopefully Parsons can stay on a hot streak because it's his net till the end of the year, and just a freshman. So
yeah, staying on the ice, forward Fabian Lysell netted the game-winning goal with 50 seconds left in overtime and recorded an assist to put the Providence Bruins past the Belleville Senators 2-1 Friday night at the Amica Mutual Pavilion. Matthew Poitras tied the game late in the final frame, and goaltender Michael DiPietro stopped 25 shots during the victory. The PBs are now 28-8-1 on the season, and they are in Bridgeport tonight for a 5 p.m. puck drop before returning to the AMP tomorrow at 3:05. And then the newest, the announcement this week, Bridgeport is moving to Hamilton, Ontario next season.
Yeah,
which
a little surprising because
they're affiliated with the Islanders. So
right, they're only 60 miles away from where the Islanders play, and there's been a trend for teams to start going back towards closer to home. And Hamilton, Ontario has a long history of AHL teams. They also put a bid in for an NHL team. They just redid an 18,000-seat arena. Bridgeport only averages about 4,300. They had the worst team in the league last year, but a little surprising. So if you're a fan of Bridgeport, go check them out because it looks like everything's in play for them to move the start of the next season. So for the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, or Islanders now. They used to be the Sound Tigers. Yeah. The 11-0 New England Lightning of the ABA, currently ranked 5th. I don't know how they dropped from 4th to 5th, but they did. Are in Vermont tonight for a 6 o'clock tip-off. They'll return home at the Pawtucket Boys and Girls Club next Saturday at 6 when they take on the Boston Sharks. And again, we had Paul Rogers in here. It's if you like seeing games where you score 130 to 140 points, go check them out. So I think I might go check them out next Saturday at the Pawtucket Boys and Girls Club. Of course, if they lose, I'll be the jinx. And so, yeah. All right. So we'll just slide over right now. Again, we got 9:30. We have Tyler Heato, the Attleboro Sun Chronicle Patriots beat writer, calling us and break down the Patriots Broncos game. We got the calm before the storm two ways here, Pat. We got the literal calm before the actual. I don't know if you heard there's a storm coming in tomorrow.
I didn't know until I went to the grocery store.
Okay, and you try to get milk, bread, and eggs so you can make French toast during the storm.
Loaf of bread, stick of butter.
Exactly, and there's none left. There's some gluten-free, I heard. Actually, I heard that from somebody that works at Trader Joe's. So, let's go to the phone lines. And welcome to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back, Pat.
Hey, Marty. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Doing very, very well. Welcome back. Good to hear your voice again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's funny you having Tyler on. I don't know if you guys mentioned this. It's a good thing this game's not here because that could be a situation, right?
Pat and I actually we talked about that briefly right before we went on air. Like, what would they have done? I mean, it's a lot more snow than the Snow Bowl, which was just a 4-inch storm that just happened to fall at the right time. But we might get 4 inches in an hour between 4 and 5 tomorrow. So
yeah,
I don't know what they would have done.
Well, that's a decision that luckily neither one of the three of us have to make, right?
Exactly.
Couple things real quick.
Sure.
I just want to shout out. We announced our new baseball coach this week, Matt Allard, veteran of Cumberland baseball at all multiple levels. He was been a volunteer coach at the high school. He's coached Legion ball. He's involved with our little leagues and our clinics. So he beat out a very talented field. We had a lot of quality candidates put in for this position, and we announced Matt yesterday to the guys, and so.
Congratulations on that, Marty. That's great because the Cumberland baseball program has got such a great reputation and has for many years. So congratulations to you and Matt Allard as well. And it's great that his involvement in the youth leagues as well. So he probably already has a great handle on who the players are and who the players are that are coming up.
Yeah, he's got a good. Some of the guys play Legion for him, but. Again, he beat a lot of talented guys to get the job. But yeah, he's a baseball guy, and so we're very, very happy about that. And the other thing, real quick, is shout out to Tyler Kolick. Tyler Kolick bought our varsity and JV basketball guys sneakers, and they got them last night.
Oh, no way!
He wanted to do it. He wanted to do it on his own. And Coach Calabro said to me earlier this week, he said the sneakers came in that Tyler bought for us. So shout out to Tyler for buying sneakers for our basketball team. You see guys do it all the time, and I know he bought some from his AU program, I think the Middlesex Magic, but to give back to the community you came from, it speaks to Tyler's mindset and wanting to give back. So we're very appreciative for Tyler.
No, it's great. It's one of those players that you never hear. You never heard a bad thing about him. No rumors of anything bad. Everything's been on the up and up, and he's just done great things. For the community, enjoying his time in the NBA, as well. So that's great on Tyler Kolak to do that. And what an honor. The kids must have been thrilled, Marty.
Oh yeah, they were. They broke them out last night. We had our middle schools play here at the Wellness Center, and a great community event. And the guys got them last night. They broke them out. They looked sharp. They all tried them on. They're all smiling ear to ear. So, the opportunity to get back, which is a cool thing. So I know David Duke did it for the classical guys a few years ago. So it's good. It's good when you have alumni that high school meant something to them, and they're ingrained in that community, and they gave back to it. So. Shout out to him again.
And really, I don't know if you had a chance to listen last week. We were able to have Josh Lima on, and speaking of giving back to the community, so we were talking about his jump from your program at Cumberland to the NFL, and that was a great conversation that we got to have with Josh last week.
Yeah, he was here. I talked to him. He was here on Thursday. He stopped by Thursday. He's home for a short bit. So we had a good conversation with him, and so happy for him. And listening to talk and brag about pro football, and his eyes light up that the season they had, and they get a short break, and they're back at it. So I'm very, very, very happy for him. To come out of our state. It's good for the state. Not only good for Cumberland, it's good for Rhode Island.
Yeah.
It is.
You get a couple guys with Rhode Island ties leading a professional football franchise. So it's pretty cool.
And we didn't get into it all that much with Josh at all, but Liam Cohen has the head coach at Jacksonville, again from Rhode Island, has a legitimate shot to be coach of the year for what he did with the Jaguars this year.
Yeah, you look at him, you look at Vrabel, kind of the same teams, and it's just mindset and culture. And this is my opinion, of course. Right?
Yeah, of course,
it's mindset and culture of getting guys to buy into what you're selling and, get on board. And I think that, especially professional sports, it's not like, college where, or high school where it's win or go home, although some it could be, but, it's culture driven. And the fact that the quick paradigm shift in a short period of time, and this is how we're going to do it, but it's a testament to those guys and any coach for any matter, any level, who can do a quick turnaround like that,
Yeah.
But you got to get the guys to buy in. But you look at people like I look at Stephon Diggs, who they said the receiver room changed as soon as he got in there. Work ethic, he changed the way these guys did.
Yeah.
Was there a guy in Jacksonville who kind of did that as well? I don't know. I didn't get into details with Josh, but
right.
It's very, very happy for Coach Cohen as well.
Yeah, that was great. And one last thing, Marty, too. You had another Gatorade Player of the Year in Cecilia Ludwig.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had. As a matter of fact, I'm in the gym right now. I'm looking at our banners.
I was going to say, making room for the banner.
That's right. She like Evan Spencer, 24-25, and Makuchel, 24-25, Nicole Cowley, 23-24. So since 22-23, where Emma Kutzel did it, and then Sam did it in Henderson, I'm going quick, in 23-24, Cece becomes the sixth Gatorade Player of the Year out of Cumberland in the last 3 years.
Phenomenal.
That's incredible. And she's just a sophomore.
Yeah, she's just a sophomore, and she's playing varsity basketball. So she's just, she loves to play the game of basketball. So that's a good thing. So
she's one of those. She just excels at everything she does. That's great.
Yeah, great kid. You know what? She's a great kid from a great family, and that bodes well for her.
That's awesome. So, Amari, before we let you go, what are your predictions on tomorrow's games?
Pats in a rout.
Whoa, Pats in a rout. I love it.
28-3 final.
Wow, that is a rout. All right. How about the other game?
Wishful thinking.
Right.
Seattle's tough at home.
Yeah.
The Rams are good, but I think that home field advantage for Seattle. Third time they're playing this year. Who knows?
Right.
That's gonna be a slobber knocker. It'll come down. It might come down to the fourth quarter. Who knows?
All right. So it sounds like you're leaning towards Seattle a bit.
I'll go Seattle, and I am not an odds maker, but I'll just say Seattle. Seattle Pats in the Super Bowl. Pats win. Raise the roof one more time, baby.
There we go.
All right. I love it.
I like it.
All right,
Have a good day,
Marty.
guys.
Enjoy the game. Enjoy the snow day on Monday.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Bye. Marty Crowley joining us, and 6 Gatorade Players
That's
of the Year
incredible.
awards.
From one school.
Yeah, in the last 3 years, he said. Yeah, 3 years.
Crazy.
Wow, just incredible. There. All right. So again, we'll be joined, probably about 5-10 minutes from Tyler Heatu, the Sun Chronicle beat writer for the New England Patriots. So, all right, Pat, let's just jump right into it. We started with a little bit with Marty. Marty, 28-3. That's the first one I've heard publicly predict a blowout. I haven't come up with a score in my mind yet, but Pats are favored by 4. I've seen 5.5 and 4.5. I do think, I'll just say, I do think the Pats are going to win. What are your thoughts going into it?
I think the Pats. So obviously Denver's without Knicks. They're also potentially without 2 of their top wide receivers. So that's a recipe for disaster for them.
Right.
And their defense isn't going to shut us out. So I don't know if they'll put up 28, but I don't see Denver scoring a lot. Unless they do it on the defense. So I think the key to the Pats winning is they can't turn the ball over, and if they do that, everything should be fine. So I would go like 21-10.
In favor of the Pat.
Yeah.
So and one of the things, like, all right, Chargers had a good defense. Houston has the elite defense. And everyone, to a man said, the Broncos are somewhere in between the Chargers and the Texans. Drake May, despite all of his fumbles, which, yes, is concerning, last week did something that nobody had done all year. He threw 3 touchdown passes against the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Mahomes didn't. Mahomes, I don't think, threw any and had 3 picks. Josh Allen only threw 1. Matthew Stafford, I think, only threw 1 with a couple of picks in against Houston. And Drake May comes in and does throw 3, and those were the digs
too,
and the Boutte. Oh my gosh, that was. Credit to wide receivers for making those catches, but credit to Drake May for getting those balls perfectly in their hands. One of the things that the Broncos, they got, they're strong against the pass, but their run defense isn't very strong. I think I said it last week before the game. I thought Ramondre was going to be a key cog to the game. I want to ask Tyler about this as well. If they can get Travion Henderson going, if they can get the both of them going. I love Ramondre coming out of the backfield, maybe picking up a block on a blitz, and then being open in the backfield. If they can spring Travion, but I think a huge key to this game, Mac Hollins is back. And
he's still questionable, but
all indications are that he is going to play. Like he was a limited participant in practice, but he put the cleats on. He doesn't have to wear shoes, but he put the cleats on. I think that could be a key. They're healthy everywhere they need to be. I am a little concerned about the left side of the line, but.
But I think after 2 games now, I think they'll make the adjustments to give him the protection. They'll give Campbell the help he needs on that left side.
Right.
And I don't think it's his ability. I don't think he's 100% still. So
you're right. He came back. They specifically said they put him on the IR to protect him against himself from coming back too soon. If you have some thoughts on the Pats, or the NFL, any of the game, give us a call 401-766-1240.
Yeah, and I think that's where the Patriots will win the game. Doug Marrone will have those guys coached up.
And the bottom line is, okay, everyone's talking up Stidham, and they should. I mean, they got Peyton's a great coach, and Stidham, he's the highest paid backup. He makes $6 million a year.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna be good. I don't know if there's necessarily this revenge for Stidham because he played with the Patriots and Josh McDaniels was his coach in Vegas. I don't know. That was, it was 6 years ago. I mean, if that's what's driving him, I mean,
no, I think he's just happy to be still in the league playing.
Right.
What is Peyton gonna do? Come out and go like, game over. We made a good run. I mean, of course he's gonna try to coach him up
And he is in the NFL. He is a good quarterback. I am, quote unquote, worried about him because, here come the backup quarterback, conspiracy theorists, not conspiracy, but Nick Foles, Jeff Hostetler, these guys Doug Williams, coming in.
I think I did hear. So Bo Nix, it's like a little more than quarter of his passes are on the move. On the move,
okay.
Which means that their offensive line, they have to put him on the move so he can get off throws.
Yeah. Well, they did say, the offensive line is only allowed.
Stidham's not as.
He's not as mobile.
Yeah, he's not as mobile.
Offensive line has only allowed 23 sacks this year for Denver, so it's one of the better ones. They do have one of the better offensive line. Patriots front 4 isn't all that great. However, they've been blitzing a lot more and really disrupting the timing. I mean, CJ's.
But they're going to shut down the run.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So it'll be interesting. If you can get Stidham on the run, like you said, he's not as mobile as Bo Nix, and it should be good. All right, so we're going to take a break. When we come back, we expect to be joined by Tyler Heatu, the Patriots beat writer from the Attleboro Sun-Chronicle. So we'll take a quick break, and then after that, if there's time, we want to hear from you, 401-766-1240. You're in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin here on WOON AM and FM.
Your certified Buick GMC dealer serving drivers throughout Woonsocket and the surrounding areas is Tasca Buick GMC. At Tasca, you'll find a solid selection of new Buick GMC models, as well as a carefully inspected lineup of pre-owned vehicles. They also have a well-connected finance center run by a qualified team of finance experts who can help you get the right loan or lease in a quick, easy, and transparent manner. Tasca Buick GMC, 55 Fortin Drive, Woonsocket. Visit TascaBuickGMC.com. Tasca Buick GMC. You will be satisfied.
Woonsocket Door Sales can handle all types of projects, from the simpler residential installations to the more complex commercial projects. They install, service, and repair. Garage doors are also an important facet of home and business security, since garages contain some of your valuable items like vehicles, tools, and small equipment. Visit their website at woonsocketdoorsales.com and see a gallery of designs and styles, as well as testimonials from their satisfied customers from many surrounding towns. Woonsocket Door Sales, 1 Biltmore Avenue, Cumberland, 767-3448. Their reputation for sales and service is ironclad, just like their doors. Woonsocket Door Sales, 767-3448.
Michaud's Auto Body is a name you've heard for a long time, and over the years, they've kept up with the very latest technology, including water-based paints used by manufacturers and a full review of the vehicle to be sure that all the technology is performing properly. Michaud's assists with all the details, calling the claims office, scheduling appraisals, arranging rentals, and before you leave, detail your vehicle. All work is 100% guaranteed while you own your car. Michaud's Auto Body, 430 Privilege Street, Woonsocket. Visit MichaudAutobody.com.
ON AM and FM.
And welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. Let's go to the phone lines and see if Tyler Hatu is there. And Tyler, are you there?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
All right. How are you?
I'm not so bad.
No.
Gearing up for this snowstorm and some weekend football, but not bad.
So how's the altitude in Denver? I'm sure you're out there.
Oh yeah, the Sun Chronicle can definitely put me out there. No, the altitude in East Providence is perfect. I actually just stepped outside earlier, and it is very cold. A nice balmy 6 degrees right now.
It's even colder here in Woonsocket. It's 5.
Oh boy.
So before we get into it, what do you think would have happened tomorrow if the game was at home?
I've spent the last couple of days upset at Buffalo for kind of laying an egg in the game, but it is what it is. But if we did have a Patriots-Bills AFC Championship, and what I'm seeing is anywhere between 12 to 18 inches of snow, could have been a game for the ages. It would have been a game that people like me would tell my kids how you guys tell your kids about the Vinatieri game when they played. I believe it was Oakland.
Of which I was there too. Love telling that story. But I mean, that would have been. But the one thing we did say about that game was that was like a 4-inch snowstorm, which was perfectly timed from the time you arrived in the parking lot to like right to the end of the game. We may get 4 inches of snow from 4 to 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, based on what we're hearing. That would have been the surrounding area of Foxborough, the field. Like I don't. Yeah, they would have had to play the game, but oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
It was nice last weekend because it didn't stick until the game was over.
Right.
So the game wasn't too. The snow didn't really impact the game too much, but the drive home was something else. That was not fun.
Well, I texted somebody that was at the game. I saw Foxborough Police had put out something last week because of the plows. They couldn't do the regular 3 lanes of traffic exiting. They had to keep Route 1 normal, 2 lanes on both sides. And that's why that's why the traffic was so horrendous last week. Foxborough Police made that announcement like right as the game was ending. So I don't think anybody had any awareness.
No wonder why I missed that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Tyler, it's Attleboro Sun Chronicle, Patriots beat writer. Let's get right into it. First question: What do we as Pats fans need to fear about Denver?
I don't know what specifically to fear, because this offense, especially with Jarrett Stidham, former Patriot, under center, it's kind of a little bit unknown. There's been a lot of people that have been raving, a lot of coaches that have been raving about Stidham, Mike Vrabel included,
You're right.
Saying he could start on a number of teams across the league. But every time he was given the opportunity to lead an offense, it's led to him getting benched and the team going a different direction. So I don't really know what to expect on offense. I know they got R.J. Harvey, who's, a nice, receiving and kind of a elusive power back. They've got Cortland Sutton. They've got, just some good receivers. They got Marvin Mims, who's great downfield, if you can get him the ball. But defensively, this team is really good. I would say, depending on how you favor numbers, it might be a little better than Houston, and definitely better than LA. So defensively, it's gonna be another battle. It's gonna be another grind. And Sean Payton always has his guys ready to go. So it's gonna be a tough one. In the altitude adjustments, they said Vrabel said the Patriots were going to get there later in the week, because for them to get truly acclimated, they would have had to have been there last week. So it's going to be a challenge for them, and it's going to be an exciting game.
Oh, absolutely! Yeah, I can't wait. We already joked. This is the calm before the storm on two fronts: before the Patriots game and the literal storm. So.
Oh yeah.
Had to get that in twice.
I had to get it in twice. I came up with it all by myself.
Yeah.
Then I'll be hitting you with my conspiracy theory.
I love the weather-based puns. I love the weather-based puns. As someone who almost went into meteorology, I love the weather-based jokes.
All right, cool.
Hey.
Go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
Yeah, I think, my opinion, I think this game's one at the line for the Pats. If they can stop the run, which they've been very effective at doing as of late, I don't see Stidham being able to sit back and pick them apart, because I don't think Denver's offensive line is as strong as it appears by the numbers, because Bo Nix does a lot of this damage on the move. Rodio's rolling out. It's part of their scheme. So yeah, he doesn't get sacked a lot because he's on the move, and he is obviously a little bit more elusive and mobile. And then if the Pats can shore up the left side, which I'm sure they've drawn up a plan for that, right? To give Campbell, I don't think it's an ability issue. I think it's just he's not 100%, and he just needs a little help, whether it's a chip or a tight end on that side or two tackles, whatever they're going to do.
Yeah, Stidham has a little mobility. I wouldn't equate it to Bo Nix. Maybe something closer to maybe a Herbert, where he can run if he needs to, but it's not really a major part of his game. Will Campbell, he has struggled, but also you have to account that Daniel Hunter was kind of bullying him, and he's one of the best off the edge in the league. This year, this game, the Broncos do sack a lot. They sack quite a bit more than the Texans. But also, they're bottom 5 in the league in drives ending in a turnover. So if the Patriots can just withstand a long drive, put points on the board, not turn the ball over, they should be okay. At least that's my take on it.
Yep.
Houston was top 5 in the league in drives ending in a turnover. LA was 9th. So if they can avoid the sack, avoid getting to 2nd and 15, 3rd and 19 situations, keep it within a manageable distance, they should be okay. Take the points where you can get them. We could see this game. I could see this game being 18-10 if it really comes down to it. I'm not expecting fireworks by any means. You're the second one to go with, in essence, the under. I think the over/under set in the low 40s. I can't remember what it is exactly, but I could see the game going under as well. Both defenses are playing well. The Patriot player I'm excited to have back, Mac Hollins. I know he practiced in a limited one. Is he back? And any other Patriots injuries that we should be aware of? We should see Matt Collins back in the mix. I don't know exactly how significant of a addition that could be with him coming back. I know he's missed the last, I believe, 4 or 5 weeks. But another option for Drake is always a good option, or is always a good thing. He was generating a pretty good target share when he was healthy, even though the numbers, weren't wide receiver 1 levels.
Right.
A big part of their defense, Harold Landry, team tackle leader, he will be out. with the knee injury. He didn't participate at all this week. Marte Mapu was limited on Friday and will be questionable. That's kind of a wait and see. I think they might really go to the witching hour with him. Hunter Henry was limited. Now he's a full participant, so there shouldn't be an issue there. And the same thing with Carlton Davis coming out of, I believe, this concussion protocol. So I'd expect pretty much anybody willing and able to play should be an option. You know, the only person I would expect not to play is Harold Landry, which stinks and is unfortunate. But anybody that is able to tackle, hold a football, throw a football, catch a football, anything, I would expect them to at least be on the sideline, ready to go.
What happened to Hunter Henry? I completely missed that.
I had the injury report up. I believe it might have been a knee. Yeah, it was a knee injury. He was limited on Wednesday and Thursday. He was back to full on Friday, so he should be fine.
Oh yeah, I don't remember anything happening to him in the game last week. So maybe I just missed it as well. So all right, one of the other things I wanted to mention to you: how do you get Travion Henderson going? If you get him going, I think with the double-headed running back of Ramondre and Travion, I love Travion. Ramondre coming out of the backfield, being able to catch the ball, but I also love his blocking too. Can he open up some holes for Travion, who's only getting 2 or 3 yards at a time in the playoffs?
I know Travion is really much a speed guy, elusive type back, but honestly, I think we got to ride the hot hand with Ramondre. You know, it's a guy that I think he had around 30 yards going into the fourth quarter, and then they just fed him the rock through the middle stages of the fourth, and he really moved the sticks almost every single time he touched the ball and kind of put the ice on Houston last week. And also, you know, he does have that fumble issue, which feels like it was years ago now at this point with how well he's been playing. He's going to be probably getting the more than 50% of the touches. I would say maybe around 10 to 15. Travion could probably get around 8 to 10. But also Travion could very easily rip off an 80-yard run for a score. So limiting him, not giving Denver a clean look on exactly how they're going to use him, I could see that happening. But however Vrabel wants to draw it up, whether it's 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 splitting carries, I think they got to ride with Ramondre and try and pick their spots with Travion.
No, I agree. I love Ramondre's game. I love that Vrabel stuck with him. I know the talking heads up in Boston wanted Ramondre, pretty much cut after week 2 or 3, and and shipped out to the UFL or the CFL. And Vrabel seemed to know a little bit better and been rewarded with his patience with the player of Ramondre Stevenson. So that's I also love, and it's what made me nervous too when you said Hunter Henry, because I like what they've been doing with Hooper and Henry at the tight end, and I just love that Drake May's got all these options and they're all healthy on offense. That I think ultimately, I that's why I'm actually going to be going with the Patriots, because Drake May has all of his offensive weapons, and the defense has been playing well enough. I think that they'll be able to hold Stidham.
Yeah, I think the offense has been humming along. Yes, people say weak schedule. Who have they played? So
don't even get me going.
So. But they go and face the Chargers. They take care of business. Then they go and face a Houston team where, they coulda, woulda, shoulda lost that game. If there was probably 2 or 3 less turnovers from Houston, they very easily could have been out of that game. They've taken care of business in every challenge that they've faced, and I don't see them having any issues with Denver. Denver defense is going to be really tough, but with a full arsenal, they should be able to put up some points. I don't envision them scoring less than 10. That would be, I think, a pretty disappointing game from them. But defensively, they're going to have to really play tough. I know it's Jarrett Stidham. I know people are saying who is this guy? But it's that point of the year where you got to respect everybody, and you don't really want to be on the on the end of a game where a backup quarterback leads a team to a Super Bowl, and the Patriots have already had that happen to them with Nick Foles.
Yes.
So they don't want that to happen again.
Right. Go ahead, Pat.
Yeah. No, I agree. You gotta take it for what it is, right? It doesn't matter if it's Bo Nix, Jarrett Stidham, Joe Namath. You got to be ready to play. It's the AFC Championship game, and you don't want to go down. You don't want to go down against somebody who you shouldn't have, or just because you weren't prepared, or
right.
You took it too easy, and I can't imagine those guys have, thinking anything different. They're all locked
Another
in.
thing with Denver, and especially Bo Nix, I don't have the exact number, which poor planning on my part, but I believe Bo Nix is up there with fourth quarter comeback drives. I think he might have 12 or 11. And not having a quarterback like that can do that in a game like this can be backbreaking. If
I think you're right.
If Denver has the ball down 21-18 or 21-17 and they need to score in under 2 minutes, if I'm a Denver fan, I'm already turning off the TV and I'm putting on 60 Minutes because I would not have any faith. But once again, you have to respect who you're playing. You can't really look ahead and say, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl." But it's kind of going back to what I said about the unknown. You don't really know what Stidham's going to do. You don't know what he's capable of. He could throw for 600 yards on Sunday, for all we know.
Right.
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be an interesting weekend for New England.
And I get it, the old any given Sunday, anything can happen. But Stidham 1-3 as a starter. He has participated in 20 games. I was looking him up. He's thrown 8 touchdowns. He's also thrown 8 picks in those starts as well. He has fumbled 4 times in his starts as well. So he's not. He's not the best at the turnover game either.
And he's had a few years in Sean Payton's system, which is helpful in his case because now he knows what to do. He's kind of sat and waited. But again, given every opportunity to succeed and, take a QB1 job and really run with it, he's fallen short. He was drafted by the Pats to back up Brady. He won QB2 role.
Yep.
Then the next year, Brady leaves. Cam Newton comes in. And he loses the quarterback 2 job to Brian Hoyer. Next thing you know, he's being bounced around the league. He goes to the Raiders. Doesn't really work out there. Now he's in Denver, and Denver drafts Bo Nix. Everybody thinks it's going to be a QB battle, but Bo Nix is handed the keys to the car right away.
Right.
So maybe Stidham's felt a little disrespected over the last 5-6 years of his career. He sees this as an opportunity to say, I'm worth this. I'm worth what's going to be a contract in the off season if I hit free agency. It's a man really with nothing to lose, and I don't think there's many guys scarier than that in the playoffs.
Right.
So, yeah, it's gonna be a weird, interesting game that if Sean Payton pulls out all the stops and wants to get weird with it and creative double passes, stuff like that, then I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, that's my question. It would be, can they pull out all the stops? Will it be on a limited playbook, right? Because it's you always hear that the backup quarterback comes in, they're not playing with the full playbook, but where it's Stidham and he has familiarity with the system already, maybe it's a little bit more open, but I can't imagine it has all these, other than putting him in this week. And do you throw that at a kid who hasn't played a game in 2 years?
2-3 years, right.
Hey, we're going to do this, double option back, some crazy play, which certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility for a Peyton. So
I don't know if it'll be a limited playbook, maybe oversimplified in terms. He has been there a little bit, so he has, gone through the camps and kind of listened to what goes on during games. So he knows exactly what they're going to want to do. Probably script a lot of what they want to do in the first quarter, maybe second quarter. But it's really hard to gauge because, you want to watch film on this guy and it goes back to college and you're like, all right, well he's good. I can understand why he was drafted by New England and Bill Belichick saw something in him, but it's also 6-7 years ago. you don't really know exactly what he's like now. That was unintentional too. I apologize.
Bo Nix has eight fourth quarter comebacks in his career.
Wow, 8 for Bo Nix. So,
which is actually the same as Caleb Williams, which is surprising.
So, Tyler, before we let you go, I came up with a conspiracy. My conspiracy theory for the NFL. You want to hear it?
I think you have a choice.
They're gonna do Patriots Rams Super Bowl again, or Patriots Seahawks, and then the Seahawks are gonna beat the Patriots in a repeat of the Malcolm Butler play.
It doesn't go that deep. It's just it's no way is the NFL want a Jarrett Stidham, Sam Darnold Super Bowl. That's why it'll be the Patriots and Drake May versus the Rams and Matthew Stafford, MVP versus MVP candidate.
Your two scenarios are far better.
I like your scenarios.
I've already had that conversation. Someone was spewing nonsense to me about how the NFL is going to get New England back for that play. But I like the swan song idea for Stafford. If I could see him, if he makes a Super Bowl, he comes out with a win, gets his ring, and then retires. That'd be a nice way to go out. And I wouldn't be upset if the Pats lost in that one.
Yeah,
but
I would.
As it stands, as it stands, 4.5 point favorite, over under 43.5. I could see them covering both of those. So it's gonna be a good game. On the other side, I think Seattle should take care of business. That's just a defense that cannot be messed with, and I think Sam Darnold is a lot better than people are saying. I think we could be seeing a Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl again.
I would be surprised at that as well. All right, Tyler. Hey, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really, really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks, guys. Pat, hope you're feeling a little better.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. We're getting there.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Oops. Sorry, I think I just cut him off. Tyler Heatu from the Attleboro Sun Chronicle. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up and possibly take a phone call as well if we have time. Here in the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin on 99.5 FM, 1240 AM, and WoonSocketRadio.com.
State Line Service and Tire Center is a full-service vehicle maintenance and repair center, including computerized engine analysis, wheel alignment, emission testing, exhaust, and more. Their ASE-certified technicians use only quality parts to maintain your manufacturer's warranty. Regular maintenance is important. Remember to check your tires for pressure and wear. If you need tires, State Line will shop for you to get the best possible price, and they welcome any questions you may have about maintaining your vehicle. State Line Service and Tire Center at 1209 Social Street, Woonsocket at the City Line. 765-0146.
If you want your yard to be the envy of the neighborhood, then you need to contact Rosato & Sons of Westboro. They've been turning outdoor visions into reality across Massachusetts for more than 37 years. From custom patios, walkways, and outdoor kitchens to low-maintenance water features and landscape lighting. Looking for routine lawn maintenance, irrigation, or seasonal color? Rosato & Sons has you covered. They are a full-service landscaping firm doing it all in-house for unmatched quality and reliability. When you're ready to elevate your outdoor living, visit rosatoandsons.com to request your free estimate. Rosato & Sons of Westboro, where beautiful landscapes aren't an expense, they're an investment.
When disaster strikes, trust the experts at ServiceMaster by Gilmore. From water and fire restoration to mold remediation and emergency cleanup, we've been restoring peace of mind for over 40 years, now proudly serving all areas, including our newest service location in Rhode Island. No job is too big or too small. Day or night, we're here for you. Call ServiceMaster by Gilmore at 1-800-783-0552 or visit us at the web at www.svmgilmore.com. Restoration done right every time.
If you're celebrating a major event, regardless of the reason, Michael's Meats of Cumberland can elevate your next meal from ordinary to extraordinary with meats so good your guests will ask you where you got them. Tell them Michael's Meats. Michael's Meats is in the Walgreens parking lot on Mendon Road in Cumberland, just north of the Seabro Plaza. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 a.m., making your next meal truly special. Here's this week's specials at Michael's Meats.
And this week's special at Michael's Meats. Michael's has fresh grade A chicken drumsticks for just 77 cents a pound. Just in time for the game. So welcome back to the Cheap Seats with Pat and Kevin. Let's go to the phone lines. And Moose, are you there? Hold on. Moose, are you there?
Now I'm here.
There you are. All right.
There you are. Yeah, we're trying to squeeze in a couple of things here before you guys go off the air.
Sure.
Of course, let's talk about the Patriots. Just a couple of points. Your last caller, the beat writer, he brought up an interesting point, and I think everybody's avoiding this, and I don't know why. Perhaps I'm wrong. And this is about Chandler. Of course, you know, he's been beaten very badly off the line of scrimmage the last two games. I mean, he's just like, actually is a detriment to the team. So what I'm saying is, if he keeps hurting the team, Kevin, why don't you just replace him? Replace him during the game. You know, put somebody else in there.
Are you talking about Campbell and Wilson on the left side?
I'm talking about on the offensive line.
Yeah, on the left tackle, Will Campbell.
Will Campbell, you're talking about, not Chandler.
Yes,
yeah,
Campbell.
My guess is, I mean, he's when not hurt, he has played like almost every snap for them. It's I'm sure throughout practice they must think that he is the best option. And as you know, as Tyler mentioned too, you know, Houston they got the best defense that the Patriots have seen all year. So one of the things I would like the Pats to see, and they did it a couple of times against Houston, I'd like to see some design rollouts to the right. Away from the left tackle to give Drake May some more time to throw, especially if there's a heavy rush coming from the left. But I think you know, Campbell's getting healthier and healthier with each pass.
Well, you know, if you're going to contour to that, where you have to roll out because of one particular player, that takes away from the game.
A little bit, yeah.
You know, a little bit. But and back to Drake May just for a moment. A couple of points here. The second point I wanted to make was about May. Everybody's got their own analysis, and everybody's said this 100 times. He's got to hold on to the ball.
Right. Yeah.
He's got to be aware of backside pressure.
Right.
And that seems to be a put it this way, a hole in, you know, a wrench in the motor, whatever you want to, how you want to put it. And that's very, very important. If he continues to turn the ball over like this, that's I'm sorry, that spells trouble.
Oh, absolutely. No, he's got to feel him in the back pocket just a little bit sooner. A couple of two of the fumbles anyway. He had the ball cocked, ready to throw, and he has to take his other hand off the ball to throw the ball, especially deep upfield. So the timing was just perfect. I
think what Houston did was, you know, they were getting pressure off the left end, but then they were stunting on the inside. So as he was trying to move up in the pocket, there was somebody coming in and filling that gap.
Right, he couldn't step up.
Yeah.
Right.
So it took that away, which is why they went to the roll him out to the right.
Right.
Well, you know, Denver's defense is no slouch. I don't know what kind of a rush they have now. Back to Denver for one more thing. The only thing I can see going for Stidham, all right, this is what I'm looking at, is that he's been thrusted into a huge role like he's never been in this particular spot before. So he's been thrusted into the AFC Championship. And if anything that's gone for him, even though he hasn't thrown a ball in 3 years, would probably be motivation.
Yeah, but there's also going to be 70,000 people that have high expectations where I think Drake May, as a younger quarterback, might do a little bit better on the road with people booing him. The expectations, the Bronco fans are going to have ridiculous expectations of Stidham.
It's a tough situation to be in for him.
Whatever they have big expectations or not, it's up to Stidham himself, obviously. If he can get motivated, right, and stay out of trouble, this will be a close game.
Yeah, no, I still think it'll be close. But I think the Patriots win going away. I think Tyler brought up a good point with the fourth quarter comebacks. I don't see that in a Stidham like you saw it. You looked it up like in Bo Nix.
It's tough to come in I mean, listen, we're talking about the AFC Championship game, and
right.
you haven't actually played a live snap.
Nothing.
In 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
So to step into this, you know, you can't
it's the only thing that's
replicate
he's got
this
going
practice.
for him. No. Motivation. Certainly experience is not there. It's like it's throwing somebody in off the streets, for crying out loud. Never mind what the players say, well, he's the best backup quarterback in the league and he could start for many other teams. They're going to say that, of course. It's his teammate.
Of course.
You know. But bottom line, if May stays clean, we win the game.
I agree. And they did show that they can overcome the adversity of their own turnovers last week by the defense stepping up and in essence, supporting Drake May and having CJ run crazy.
Then it could fall apart.
I could see that too.
Denver, Bo Nix has played well, right? He has these fourth quarter comeback drives, but in totality, he's not an offensive threat.
Right. And Stidham's
they've
won a lot of close games. And they beat the Jets in London 13-10.
Yeah.
The Jets.
I've seen that game.
Yeah.
I've seen that game. And I've seen him earlier, well, Nix didn't, but when they played the Jets early in the season in the rain. It was just an awful game on both sides. But we're not talking about Nix anymore. He's gone.
Right.
So he's out of the equation.
Yep. All right.
Anyway, there you go. And
yep.
Maybe go Patriots.
Go Patriots.
Stay clean, Drake.
Exactly.
Stay
in 2
clean.
weeks of some Super Bowl coverage. So, all right. Have a good weekend, Moose. Enjoy the storm.
You bet.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.
The Mighty Moose. I just want to do really quick before we wrap up. Brendan and I have been doing the picks. I got his picks last week. Brendan and I both went 3-1. So in the playoffs, Brendan McGear is 8-2. I am 7-3 in playoff predictions. This week, Brendan takes the Broncos and the Rams. So I already said it out loud. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going with the Pats. I'm also going with the Rams. I like Matthew Stafford, not for my conspiracy theory. I just like Matthew Stafford over Sam Darnold. Pat, your thoughts on this weekend's games?
I like the Pats. Clearly, I like them a lot more this week than I would have. I would have been a little bit. I still would have taken them, but I probably would have been a little bit hesitant with Bo Nix playing. But and then Seattle, St. Louis. St. Louis is dangerous. Seattle's obviously very good. It's tough to play a team 3 times. So I do like LA. I think they have enough weapons to get it done.
Yep.
So.
Should be good. And that Seattle 12th man, that is what the toughest home
tough
field.
stadium to play in.
I do like the Rams, but I think we're on tap for some 2 real good games. I really hope Marty is right with 28-3. I think he said that would be great.
I'll be on my couch. So.
Yeah, I think everybody will be on that couch.
Going anywhere.
A lot of watch parties canceled for tomorrow. And if Stafford gets hurt and the Rams win, the backup to Stafford is Jimmy G. So if the Patriots win, they could, in theory, go against Jimmy G several weeks from now. That'd be kind of fun as well. So we want to thank you for joining us in the cheap seats with Pat and Kevin this week. We want to thank Marty for calling in, or Marty Crowley for calling in, Tyler Heatu from the Attleboro Sun Chronicle, and Moose for calling in as well. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Stay safe. Get on the couch, light a fire, and sit down and watch some football all day. And then you can start your shoveling on Monday. Have a great weekend. Go Pats. Thank you for joining us in the cheap seats on 1240 AM, 99.5 FM, and OneSocketRadio.com.